What's going on, guys? Commando Santa here, and welcome back to another episode of Buffalo Valley. So I want to get right off the gate here and apologize. I've been gone for about 2 weeks now, I think, maybe a little bit more. And I kind of want to apologize for that. I've had a lot going on in real life stuff, and it's been a little hectic. I'm applying to graduate school, which is a thing. So that's going to be happening, oh gosh, fingers crossed, hopefully for the fall, but we'll see. I should be able to still put down at least a video a week, which is going to be great. And I'm still doing my collaboration with RubleTrillions, which is still going very strong. So yeah, really, I just kind of wanted to apologize. I've been, pretty absent for the past 2 weeks, and I mean, I really have no excuse, but just a lot of stuff going on, and I'm back for, until something else happens, but we'll see. So one of the things I also want to state, and I state it all the time, if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure to follow me on Twitter. For those of you that don't, well, for those of you that do, you understand that I usually post updates there of what's going on and, a lot of stuff. And if there's not going to be a video that week, I will post on there. I really can't post a status update on YouTube every time. So just a thing to remember in case you guys want to follow me for real life stuff and hey, where's Commando Santa's video? What the heck's going on? That kind of stuff. So yeah, just kind of wanted to apologize. A lot of stuff going on. So let's get into what we worked on today. So this has been kind of, so this first building here, I actually worked on before a lot of the stuff happened, and I really like it. It's really, really cool. I had a lot of fun building it, and I actually think it fills in this area really well. My original idea for over here was going to be a really nice garden, but I think we had a bit too much greenery over here already, because I wanted to extend the garden out from behind the hotel lodge, because I thought maybe it would look kind of cool to have a big swaying garden or whatever. But at the same time, we needed a little bit more shops over here because we've been, we're very far away from the big conglomeration of shops we had over by the boardwalk. If you guys remember the boardwalk shops. So I needed a little bit more shops and stuff. So I did a generic, we got chief beef, French fries, pizza, and coffee. The number 4 amazing things that I love in my life. So, and I figured it'd look really, really nice across the street from the Emporium, because I really wanted to get some shops in across from the Emporium, because the Emporium really doesn't do anything. So it's there to look pretty. Maybe I'll get a gift shop in. I don't know, probably not. Speaking of the gift shop, I should have that on the workshop soon. I apologize. I did say I was going to put on the workshop, but I haven't yet. I'm sorry. But I don't think I'll put this building on the workshop unless people really want it. It's really a simple, straightforward building. The next building, because I actually do 2 buildings in this episode, the next building after this is actually really, really cool, and I'm hopefully going to put that up on the workshop. I have a few other things just to finalize, just to detail around everything so it looks good from all angles, because I build my buildings for Buffalo Valley. I make them look good from the people, the path perspective. I don't really make them look good from the back or the top, because I put myself in their shoes. Even though sometimes I do spend a lot of time trying to get it looking good from other areas, I try to spend some time and make it look good to the people. And then when if I have a building that I want to put up on the workshop, I will spend a good amount of time after the fact and actually make it look very, very detailed from all different angles. Just because I don't know where other people are going to put in their parks, I want to make it so you can really plop it anywhere. That's usually what I try and do with my buildings and stuff. So that's also what I've been doing with the Emporium. I had a few other things to figure out and make it look good, because the side facing the spinning ride didn't really have anything over there yet, because I wasn't really looking over there at that point, because there was really nothing over there. Because, I detail to make it look good to the people, and I try not to spend too much time trying to detail places that I'm really not going to look at anymore, if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So, but yeah, we're just actually speeding through this build, which is pretty cool. It ended up turning into almost like a barn style, which I'm actually kind of okay with. It actually looks really cool. And if you remember talking back by the boardwalk shops, we talked about having like a lot of more color into our shops and everything here. So I thought, let's do something red. It'll go across with the blue in the Emporium. And then my next building is actually blue and white, which is very, very pretty. So wait till you see that. It's great. I love it. So yeah, just doing some fine details here. But yeah, I really enjoyed the barn style almost, because I mean, it's not really a barn, but it looks like a barn, but it's really cool. And I guess I would like to say that I built this almost for tribute for Masked Bandit, because for those of you that don't follow his Conifer Slope series, he actually accidentally saved over his file and lost a big chunk of his park. He's rebuilding, but one of the things he did in the last episode before he lost it was build a red barn, and it was the coolest looking thing. And I'm like, man, I really want a red barn, but I don't want to copy him. But so I kind of built my own little shop too. So hats off to you, Masked Bandit, and I hope you rebuild well. You better put that barn back. So yeah, and I'll link his channel in the description for those of you that don't know about him. You should, because he's a great builder. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So right now I'm going to be working on a little plaza over here. I mean, it's not really a plaza, but it's going to be like a hangout spot. So you like grab your food and you go over here, and there'll be a bunch of tables and chairs, and you'll be able to sit down. I pretty much pulled the tables and chairs from our other shop over there, just to kind of, I didn't want to really remake them because they look really nice and they fit in really well. So, and I kind of wanted I wanted a little bit of privacy back here for people. So I didn't want it to be like super exclusive high traffic, because I originally was going to have two like entrance and exits or whatever, like two ways to get into here. But I felt that the people would possibly use that as, I don't know, maybe like a shortcut or whatever. I didn't really want people to do that, because, you know, you don't really want to have two entrances or two exits or two ways to get into the plaza, because you don't want people just kind of walking through as a shortcut, even in real life. So I decided just to keep it down to one, and then I wanted to give it a little privacy so people can like hang out. It's actually going to be, you know, in real life it would be a little bit quieter back there, and it'd be just kind of nice, you know, you'd be able to sit down with your family, take a break from all the big rides and walking around and stuff, because there's a lot of walking in this park, unless you're taking the train, but right now the train doesn't work yet. So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. And yeah, I ended up just kind of doing a little archway here, and then I move on to adding like the walls in the back, but that isn't super important. But yeah, and then I finishing up the building, and then yeah, this building's actually pretty much done. I skipped a little bit of just kind of like meticulous little placing of other walls, and just kind of like trimming it with those other planter boxes and stuff. I love those little, I don't know what they're called, but they're the really short wooden plank walls that came with one of the more, I think it was a summer update, whatever update added like fences and stuff. They're really cool, and they add a really good accent to almost everything I place it next to. But yeah, right now we've moved on to the second building, and I forget what I added to this. I think it was hot dogs and I think it was hot dogs and a like gulpy soda, because everyone wants hot dogs and soda. And I needed to put something over here, and I really wasn't sure what to put over here. And I spent a little bit and tried few different things. It originally was going to be like just kind of overgrown area, but then like, I don't know, it didn't really look good, and it just seemed like we were missing something over here. So then I kind of had this idea that maybe I would do almost like a Western themed like French fry stand or something. I saw like a picture of it on Google about, I forget what it looked like, but it almost looked like a big Texas style like chili cheese fry kind of place in some theme park somewhere. I think maybe like Six Flags over Texas or something. And I was originally going to try and do that, but it wasn't working out too well. And then I kind of found, I didn't really find anything. I just kind of tried putting things down. And I used a few of the styles and used a few of the techniques that I used before in some of my older builds, like the Elma Station, and like, I think one of like the past one of the past like food shops and stuff. I just kind of went at it. I put on some music and I just kind of like, well, let's give this a try. Let's see what we come out with. And my gosh, it came out really nice. This is actually going to be the one I'm going to upload on the workshop probably, because it's going to fit in really well in a lot of people's parks that really want to put it there. But yeah, it's a really cool little shop. It's got 2 spots to put any food or drink or whatever information. And then around the back, there is a restroom stall, because that was the other thing I thought about. So we have the information kiosk over by the Elma Station. I mean, not Elma Station, the Genesee Railroad to Genesee Station. We have the information kiosk as the quote-unquote ticket booth. So one of the things we were missing over here was restrooms. I originally was going to put it in the back of the red barn looking building, but it wasn't really looking that well, and I wasn't really happy with it. So I ended up trying to, I tried a few different things, and then when I came over this building, I was like, oh, why don't we just do a restroom over here? So we put it around the back, so it's not really super in view. I mean, it's going to be in view for the people coming on the train, because yeah, the train comes from that way. But other than that, it's really kind of hidden. And that's kind of, I mean, you want restrooms hidden, but you don't want restrooms hidden, but you don't really want them facing like a main pathway. You want to have like signs that like, hey, there's a restroom over this way, and you kind of bring them around back. And I figured that'd be really good too, because as a building, this would be super, super functional for having the shops in the front. There's obviously enough room to have like, just some different storage areas. And along the back, you'd think they have like a good amount of spots for just maybe, maybe like a smaller bathroom, a couple stalls each, but I thought it looked really cool. My favorite part of this, which is also the hardest part for me, is the tower, because I didn't really want to do like, if you saw earlier, I really wanted that like tall spire, but I felt it was a little bit too big to fit well in there, and I wasn't really enthused about it. I wasn't super excited about it. So I ended up trying to do what I did with Elma Station, and did like the 2 angled roofs, but like through each other. And I love doing that, but I also hate that the roofs don't hang over a little bit. I would love if I can if we had maybe like a tiny little piece so we can do like a trim over those, because sometimes it just doesn't look right. I use those big wooden beams that are like really nice to color, that you can do like all the different colors on it, because it's almost like a flat color, but it still has a little bit of the wood grain texture. They're really cool. I suggest using them. They're very, very usable for everything, really. But I used those and I kind of trimmed it, and it looked a little bit better, so I felt a little bit better about doing that. But other than that, adding the front, adding a little bit of signage here and there, I kind of wanted to use the generic signs that came with the game for the shops, because I thought they looked kind of cool, and I just kind of wanted to use the signs a little bit more, because they're really fun. But yeah, I kind of took a little bit ideas from the Jubilee Emporium and just kind of went with it, and I think it turned out really great. So we're pretty much getting to the end of this episode here, so I'm probably going to wrap it up right here, let you guys finish with there's a few more decorating to do, and then we'll get right into the cinematic scenes. And yeah, make sure to check out RubleTrillions and we're doing a collaboration. It's called Jubilee Gardens. Make sure to check that out. We'll have another episode coming up pretty soon. And make sure to follow me on Twitter. I already talked about that. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to have a great week. See ya.